You can tell a lot about a man by the way he carries himself. How does he walk? Is his head held high, or is it down in shame? Does he take up space, or does he shrink himself to avoid drawing attention? These are all signs of what kind of man you are. There is no better way to tell if a man is a high achiever than by his body language. Most guys don't even realize that they're giving off weak signals. And because of that, they fail to attract success in their lives. They stay stuck with the same old habits and patterns that have been keeping them from getting ahead. But today that changes. In this video, we will go over 9 things that only winners do. No. 1. Winners have their head held high. Whether walking, standing, or sitting, a winner's head is always held high. He walks with his chest out and his shoulders back, taking up space like a man of importance, because that's exactly who he is. He understands the value he brings to the world and doesn't feel the need to shrink himself to fit in. This doesn't mean that winners are arrogant. In fact, quite the opposite. You see, when someone is confident in themselves and their abilities, they don't feel the need to put others down. This is why you will often see losers try to belittle those who are better than them to make themselves feel superior. A loser's confidence comes at the expense of others, whereas a winner's confidence comes from within. It doesn't require the approval or validation of anyone else. With that said, don't mistake confidence for arrogance. There's a fine line between the two, and it's important to be aware of it. If you're too cocky, people will see right through you, and it will only get you in trouble. The key is to be confident without being arrogant. Easy to say, yet difficult to do. But with enough work and dedication, it can be done. So if you want to carry yourself like a winner, then start by holding your head high. Walk with your chest out and your shoulders back, taking up space like a man of importance. Because remember, losers shrink themselves to avoid attention, but winners demand respect. No. 2. They don't apologize too much. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make is apologizing too much. When you apologize too much, it sends the message that you are not confident in yourself or your abilities. It also makes you seem weak and ineffective. There is a time and a place for apologies, but most men use them incorrectly. Here are 3 examples of times when you should apologize. First, if you've done something wrong, you owe an apology. Don't try to make excuses or shift the blame. Take responsibility for your actions and move on. Second, if you've hurt someone, whether intentionally or unintentionally, it's important to apologize. Let them know that you're sorry and that you'll try to do better in the future. Third, if you've broken a promise, it's important to apologize. This shows that you are trustworthy and that you care about other people's feelings. But besides those scenarios, there is no need to apologize. In fact, it will hurt you more than it will help you. So if you want to carry yourself like a winner, then don't apologize too much. Be confident in yourself and your abilities, and own up to your mistakes when you need to. No. 3. Winners focus on the big picture. A loser is concerned with the small details. They worry about what other people think of them and they let these thoughts control their actions. Winners, on the other hand, focus on the big picture. They have a clear vision of where they want to be in life, and they take steps every day to get closer to that goal. For example, a loser might worry about the cost of starting a business, while a winner sees the potential profits and the freedom that it could bring. A loser might get caught up in the details of a project, while a winner stays focused on the end result. To carry yourself like a winner, it's important to focus on the big picture. Don't get bogged down in the small details. Let them go and focus on what is truly important. What is your vision for your life? What do you want to accomplish? Once you have a clear vision, take steps every day to move closer to that goal. With time, you will reach your destination. No. 4. Winners speak less and listen more. We live in a society that values those who speak the loudest. From a young age, we are taught to be assertive and to stand up for ourselves. And while these are important qualities, they become toxic when they are overused. Listen, speaking a lot doesn't make you more confident. In fact, it can make you look insecure. Talking excessively is a way of trying to cover up your weaknesses. On the other hand, winners are confident in their abilities, so they don't need to talk a lot to prove themselves. They understand the power of listening and how it can help them grow as individuals. When you listen, you are able to learn new things and gain different perspectives. This makes you more well-rounded, and it helps you to understand other people better. As a bonus, it also makes you appear more intelligent. No. 5. Winners have strong convictions. Winners have strong convictions and are unafraid to share them. They know what they believe in, and they are not afraid to stand up for their beliefs. This doesn't mean that they are close-minded or intolerant of other opinions. Rather, they are confident in their own views and are willing to defend them if challenged. People respect this and take notice of those who have such strong convictions. Now, some people may try to take advantage of a person with strong convictions. They may try to trick them or manipulate them into doing something that goes against their beliefs. However, a person with strong convictions is not easily swayed. They are able to hold firm to their beliefs and values, no matter what other people may try to do. This strength of character is what allows a person to carry themselves like a winner. It is the quality that sets them apart from the rest of the pack and makes them truly stand out. No. 6. They have good posture. Winners have good posture because they are confident in themselves and their abilities. They know that they are successful, and they carry themselves that way. Their posture is a reflection of their inner confidence. Losers, on the other hand, often slouch or have bad posture because they lack confidence. They are ashamed of themselves and their accomplishments, so they try themselves. Their posture is a reflection of their inner shame. So if you want to carry yourself like a winner, then make sure you have good posture. Sit up straight and tall, shoulders back and chin up. This will not only make you look more confident, but you will also feel more confident. No. 7. Winners shake hands firmly. A handshake is one of the most common ways that people show that they are confident and powerful. When you shake someone's hand, you are basically saying, "I am strong, and I am in control. This is why it is so important to shake hands firmly. If you want to make a good impression, a weak handshake can make you look like a wimp. It can make people question your strength and your ability to take charge. That's why winners always shake hands firmly. They know that it is a powerful way to show confidence and control. So next time you meet someone important, make sure to shake their hand firmly. It could make all the difference in how they perceive you. No. 8. Winners maintain eye contact. Eye contact is a very powerful gesture. When you look someone in the eye, you are showing them that you are interested in them and what they have to say. You are also showing them that you are confident and in control. People who avoid eye contact look like they are hiding something, or like they are not confident in themselves. That's why winners always maintain eye contact. They know that it is an important part of communicating effectively and making a good impression. Now, it is important to strike a balance when it comes to maintaining eye contact. You don't want to stare at someone awkwardly, but you also don't want to avoid eye contact completely. A good rule of thumb is to look at someone in the eye for about 70% of the time during a conversation. This shows that you are engaged in the conversation and that you are interested in the other person. And finally, number 9, winners speak in a deep voice. Speaking in a deep voice is one of the best ways to intimidate your opponents and make them respect you. It is also a sign of high testosterone levels, which is associated with dominance and power. There are many benefits to speaking in a deeper voice. For example, it can help you to sound more authoritative and persuasive. It can also make you seem more calm and confident. Plus, it can be a great way to make a good first impression. The good news is that you can train yourself to speak in a deeper voice. It just takes a little bit of practice. Try recording yourself while talking and then play the recording back. You may be surprised at how high-pitched your voice sounds. The key is to relax and speak slowly. When you rush your words, you are more likely to speak in a high-pitched voice. So take your time and enunciate each word clearly. This will give you more control over the pitch of your voice. By following these tips, you can start speaking in a deeper voice today. And the more you practice, the better you will become at it. Remember, speaking in a deep voice is not only a sign of physical strength, but mental strength as well. So start practicing and carry yourself like a winner. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by supporting the content.